the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Bristol Flyers Podcast, the British basketball podcast talking all things Bristol Flyers. My name's Joel Osborne. I'm joined, as always, by my best basketball bud, Sam Hardy. Sam, how's it going?
Doing well, thank you, Jolie. I got that annoying, winter cough coming on. I feel like maybe, it's just one of those things, but I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. We are about to enter the Crimbo Limbo, which, for those of you that don't know what the Crimbo Limbo is, it's the little period between Christmas and New Year where you don't really know what day of the week it is because everyone's off work and you're just eating lots of food and drinking lots of drinks.
Yeah, for the first time this year, Jolie, it's not a proper Crimbo Limbo for you, is it?
It's not.
Normally,
it's really
we're
not.
like, SGS closes, boom, see you later, we'll see you on the 19th of January. So I'm making that up, but roughly this year.
I was going to say Christmas break, but it's really not a Christmas break for Bristol Flyers this season because it's the first time we are hosting a home festive game at the Wise campus, because on the 28th of December, we've got the Surrey 89ers in town. Big game. You haven't got your tickets right now. I don't think you can get your tickets because it's sold out.
Mate, it's one of those ones that I think we went, oh my goodness, suddenly it was just gone, wasn't it?
I tell you, I did zero. I've done barely any promo for that game, and it's pretty much sold out already.
This is the classic Crimbo Limbo question, but I actually don't know what day the 28th is. What day of the week is that?
It's a Sunday.
Oh, it's a Sunday. Okay.
It's a Sunday at 3 p.m, which is, again, one of our most selling times for a game day because all the kids come along and families.
Fair.
And also the kids are off for Christmas. So what better way to enjoy some festive basketball? Also, we travel then to Leicester Riders on the 30th, for an away trip. Plus, now that the Flyers have qualified for the SLB Trophy semi-finals, we have two games against the London Lions coming up in early January. January the 2nd and January the 4th at home.
Flipping heck. So we've gone from never having a game over the Christmas period to suddenly 4 games in that space. Well, we do have an away game normally, don't we? We do, sorry.
Yeah, we usually play through Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, first time we've got home games. And also, January, I've looked, now we've got those 2 games added in. January's a 9-game month.
Oh my, and it's my birthday, Joel. So
It's going to be busy.
It's going to be busy one.
It's going to be busy.
Let's get some January wins then, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it indeed. We've got producer Dan with us as always. Producer Dan, how are you, sir?
Well, I'm shaking my head at you both for the audio listener. Are you boys going to be okay with your one game over the Christmas break? Is that welcome to the real world, guys?
Well, how many games you got, Dan?
4.
Oh.
Got 4, okay?
When you'll be all tucked up here at Ashton Gate, in your little studio. Woe is you, Dan.
I was chatting to Joel about this. He said, I've got a game tonight at the time of recording, and then I'm back in again on the 28th. I was like, 9 days in between. You've got 9 days off, Joel.
Yeah, but
that's nothing.
You don't understand, Dan. You don't understand how hard it is for us.
Oh, I'm sure.
For us, think about us, Dan, okay?
I'm sure.
We do get, to be fair, a good little bit around the Christmas period, which is going to be quite nice. But then obviously it all picks up again in January.
Still, I'd like people to, out on their doorsteps tonight, just clap. Just clap for Joel, okay? Well done, Joel.
8 p.m. clap for Joel.
But Dan, bar the games you've got coming up for Bristol City through the festive period, what are your Christmas plans this year?
Well, we're going to host everything this year.
I remember you saying that before, did you not?
Did it last year, right?
We did it last year because we thought it would be the last time in our house before we moved. A year on, we're still here. So it's last Christmas too.
You hope.
We hope.
Are you going to move soon?
I really hope so, Sam. I really hope so.
Dan is very close to moving house, so...
Where are you moving to?
Well, Oldland Common.
Where's that?
So, Warmley.
Oh, yes.
If people know East Bristol, if you're heading out of Bristol a little bit. South Gloss, I think, technically, possibly.
It's been a long time coming for you, though, hasn't it?
It really has. It really has. But yeah, so I'm hosting Christmas this year, which should be good fun.
What are you cooking?
We're going to do... I think we're not going to do traditional turkey and all that sort of stuff. We're going to do beef Wellington.
Oh, yes. You nervous about that? That's a tough one. It sounds like it's going to be all right, but it's tough.
I'm not nervous at all because, Sam, I won't be cooking it.
Ella?
Ella will be cooking it.
Great job.
So she'll do great.
We expect some pictures in the next podcast, okay?
Sure, yeah.
Coming up on this week's show... Obviously, a last podcast before Christmas for us. Probably last podcast of the year for us, actually.
Yep.
And this is the highly anticipated trip to Romania. We took the podcast on the road to Romania for our annual sponsors trip into Europe to watch an EMBL away day. And obviously this year, we chose to take our partners out to Voluntari to face the defending EMBL champions CSO Voluntari. This is a really, really great trip, and we've put together a little package for you guys to learn more about what it's like behind the scenes on a sponsor's trip. Hopefully, if you are a existing sponsor or if you are interested in sponsoring the Flyers in future, this is something we like to organise for our partners to come out and experience Flyers on the road. It's a great little trip, and also doing it right before Christmas as well. It made it a bit more special because we went to the Christmas market as well, didn't we, Sam?
Yeah, that's lovely. You'll see it in the thing, but we went up on the little Ferris wheel together and did a segment, didn't we, Jolie? That was cute in the Christmas market. So
yeah, and obviously you're someone who has previously worked here at the Flyers, at Bristol Sport as a whole, in the commercial department. But trips like this are super important, aren't they, in terms of building leads and building that relationship with sponsors?
I'd say it's like a really unique situation that I don't know if you'd find it in many other clubs or sports, maybe some, but it's really unique because what happens is, because we're all together, you get to know each other, and there's a sponsor relationship, whatever, but it's actually like you get to know each other really well, you have a really good time, spend a lot of time together, but also like it's, you get to be quite close with the players as well and with other fans, and it's a really unique experience. I think people come away from going, yeah, I say it's a money can't buy experience. Money did buy it, so it is a money can buy experience. But it's not. It's deeper than that. It's better than that. And actually, like, I think if you speak to any of the sponsors or people that went out, they would have gone, definitely worthwhile and seriously fun, and recommend next year or whatever for the future. So is that fair?
Yeah, and we had a group of around 20 of us out there in total this year. We went out for some meals. We had a little visit to the Therme Spa as well, which was fantastic. Yeah. We did a little walking tour of Bucharest, went on the Christmas markets, and also obviously watched the game as well. So it was a jam-packed week. We speak to all of our partners, or as many as we possibly can, on the podcast. We also actually speak to some fans who made the travel all the way out to Romania as well. Some of our most loyal fans who support Flyers on the road this season and previous years as well. We even speak to Lasma Floyd from the EMBL, who we ran into, and you'll see this in the video package, but we just randomly ran into her in the street in Bucharest.
Literally in the middle of the streets. It was so random. It was really, really good. I would say if you haven't been on, well, actually, it was your first trip with the Flyers. Did you enjoy it?
It was amazing. And I don't know if you remember, I was booked to go on to the one last year, and I literally fell ill the day before the trophy final, which meant I missed 48 hours because I was bedbound, and ended up missing the trophy final and the trip to Estonia. So 3 years in, it was good to finally get to my first EMBL away trip, and it was it was really, really great. Now, obviously, our sponsors are hugely important to us and everything we do as a club. So without their support, Flyers basketball would not be what we see it as today. They are hugely important. So a massive thank you to everyone who came out with us on the trip. A massive thank you to Steve Devro, our commercial manager, for putting on the trip. We speak to him in this little segment as well. So massive thank you to everyone. And we really can't wait for you to listen to this package that we put together. But before we do get to Romania, I thought it'd be quite nice, as always, Sam, to shout out some of our fans, read out some comments from previous episodes of the podcast. We got some comments that came through on our recent episode with Doogie, Milos Duglic. The first one is from Sue Pasco, who obviously is one of our sponsors who we do meet out there on the trip. She said, "You guys are hilarious. Thanks for the Sui shout out. I love supporting the guys any way I can. Love their stories on the podcast, along with your banter and chatting to your cleaners." Do you remember that? You chat to your cleaners?
I can't believe you left that. For the listener, there are things that Joel will take out if he doesn't want him there, but he left that bit in. And
She says, "We had the best team ever this year. They will do Bristol proud. Go Flyers." Another one come through from Steve Young, who we also meet out in Bucharest. One of the travelling Flyers fans said, "Great podcast. Love the cleaners. So funny." And the final message we got from our previous episode, guess who? The Blind Pig Pod. Shout out Blind Pig Pod. I signed the petition asking to release the extended unrated JB vlog video. # release the Snyder cut. Instant classic episode, boys. Collab incoming. Collab incoming? I think we should do a collab at some point.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what actually would be quite cool to do is get a bunch of the British basketball podcasts together in some sort of British basketball roundtable face-off.
1v1 fight.
1v1v1v1. Maybe we get like Routledge involved, Drew Lasker involved.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, John.
SLB show involved.
Who else is there?
London Lions Podcast.
The Leicester guys?
We don't talk about London Lions Podcast. We haven't talked about London Lions Podcast yet.
I've never even...
Have you seen they dropped the podcast now?
No, I didn't see.
They've got competition, Sam.
Who's hosting it?
It's hosted by a bunch of different people.
Okay.
But they're not on Spotify. So if you're listening to this, or Apple Podcasts, it's just YouTube.
I know we're, competitors against the other teams in the league and whatever, but London Lions win the other day. Did you see that?
Oh, Besiktas. Yeah. Great.
Unbelievable win.
Yeah, really good.
Really, in overtime as well.
Atmosphere's rocking in there as well.
Yeah, really well done to them. That was amazing.
So those are the previous comments from previous episodes. I've got one final thing to do before we do jet off to Romania. And obviously, because it's Christmas, I thought I'd get us in the Christmas spirits with a little poem about our trip to Romania. And I asked ChatGPT to come up with this, and this is incredible. So I thought I'd share this in the podcast. The brief for ChatGPT: can you please write me a poem to the rhythm of The Night Before Christmas, all about the Bristol Flyers basketball team travelling to Romania to take on CSO Voluntari in the EMBL. Voluntari are the reigning EMBL champions, and I listed a bunch of players that play on our team to help get some stuff in.
Okay.
So are you ready for this?
Ready.
Maybe I'll get some Christmas music up here in the edit now. I'll get it started about now. Oh, yes, very, very festive.
Very Christmassy.
And here we go. 'Twas the night before tip-off, and all through the flight, not a flyer was sleeping. Romania shone bright. For the ENBL champions, red trimmed and prepared, were bound for Voluntari, where no challenge was spared. Their jerseys were folded, their laces pulled tight, as Coach K reviewed plays in the soft cabin light. The scout sheets were stacked with precision and care, in hopes that a victory would soon be there. Joe Anderson sat with a calm, steady grin, plotting passes and pockets he'd thread from within.
Fair one.
Beside him, bold Zach, with that high-flying might, dreamed of threes raining down in the Romanian night. Then Darnell Brody, a force in the paint, flexed quietly, knowing his strength would hold no feint. While Cam Holden, all hustle, all heart, was rehearsing the moment he'd tear Voluntari apart. And the plane dipped in low through the moon's silver glow. They imagined the crowd and the court down below. And Romania whispered, a battle tonight. But the Flyers just nodded, they live for the fight. And we heard them exclaim as they marched on the floor, maybe hoops to all, and let's bring home one more.
That is, it's wild, isn't it? It is wild how good it, and I bet it did it in seconds as well, didn't it?
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you think?
It was good. I enjoyed it. I was hoping you were going to do a little more, a Santa voice for us.
It was the night before Christmas.
Well, you've got the Santa voice, Dan. We all know that.
Nah, Dan's got the Grinch voice. That's what he's got.
Brilliant. But shall we get to it? I think it's about time now we probably get to Romania. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's jet off to Romania. And actually, it all started off at Bristol Airport with a very early flight out to Bucharest.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Okay, welcome to the Bristol Flyers Podcast. We're taking you to Romania. I'm joined by Sam Hardy, as always. Sam, how's it going?
Hi, I'm Sam Hardy. You may remember me for such things as the Bristol Flyers podcast. Doing well. Never been to Romania. Really excited to get the food, the culture.
It's very early for context to the listener. At the time of recording right now, it is 6 a.m.
And I've already been up since 3:45. What time did you get up?
Yeah, I think we were up at 3:15 we were this morning. And yeah, just made it hit time. So I'm still very, very groggy, as you can probably tell.
So we look this good, even though we've been out since that time. It's incredible, really, isn't it? What makeup can do.
Incredible. Before we do dive into this sort of all-access episode on the road in Bucharest, I've got to give a shout-out to the lads, by the way, because last night, at the time of recording, it was confirmed that we have punched our ticket to the SLB Trophy semi-finals.
I didn't know that.
We won on points difference.
So that means we've gone through as the best
Runner-up.
Correct. Best loser.
We are the best loser, which means we face the Group 3 winners, which is our group, so we face London Lions over 2 legs.
Great. So, do you know what? We're giving London a bit of run for the money at the moment, Joe. I'm not worried.
2 legs, low score. It'd be low scoring. I'll tell you that for a fact, because in the last 2 games we played. Anyway, quick rundown of what's going to happen on this week's pod. So, you would have heard us in the studio rambling on. This is the behind-the-scenes all-access part of Bucharest. So we are going to take you. We have no idea how this is going to go. We're going to be here in the airport. We're probably going to talk about other things as well. And we're going to show you things, and we're going to take you behind the scenes of the game. How does that sound? I'll tell you what, let's go on a plane, and let's see if maybe a bit of podcast magic we might end up in Romania. What do you reckon?
We can only hope.
Right, you ready? In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Oh, look at that. And right, before you know it, we're out here in the middle of Bucharest. Here we are. Look at it. We've got some building sites. We're taking in the sounds and sights of Bucharest in Romania this morning. 24 hours have passed since our last little segment. We've got up to quite a lot, haven't we?
A lot has happened, Jolly. We visited, the first thing we did was got off the plane and we visited the Therme Spa, which is like an Instagram spa, really, isn't it? That loads of people are like putting on their socials and whatever, and it was actually incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. But today is game day, and today we're playing CSO Voluntari, and before we get to the arena, we thought we'd take you on some sightseeing tour of Bucharest. So we're out here with a bunch of our Flyers partners. Steve Devereux and Emma Devereux are leading the tour right now. Throughout this part of the pod, we're going to speak to them because this is a big sponsor trip, isn't it? It's really important for Steve to get a lot of our partners out here and learn more about Flyers, but also enjoy a good away day in Europe, right?
Well, this is now our third trip we've done. We did Poland to begin with, and then we've done Estonia in January this year, and now obviously here in Bucharest, it's really cool that the trips over the years have grown, and we actually recommend people need to come on these trips as well, don't they? There's always space.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're a Flyers partner, if you're a sponsor of the club, you want to get involved, speak to Steve Devereux, and he can tell you all about our upcoming European road trips. Let's go see who we can talk to, Sam. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, we're still in Old Town, and here is Steve Devereux, who is the Flyers commercial manager. You've already met him a few times on the podcast before. Steve, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going really well so far. My wife Emma's doing a lovely walking tour for us, which has become a bit of a tradition. Walking around the Old Town, looking forward to the game later. Just a quick coffee stop now, I think. But yeah, it's going really well.
Tell us about this sponsors trip, because we've got a few of our partners here. It's a good networking opportunity, chance to get out of the country, watch the Flyers play in Europe. Tell us all about it, because it's the third year now, isn't it?
Yeah, ever since we started the NBL, lots of partners got in touch and said they really wanted to do an away game each year. So we started to pick one. We did Lublin in Poland, Tallinn in Estonia, and this is Bucharest. So I think we'll keep doing it. Goes down really well. Great chance for the partners to do something a little bit different. Yeah, it's a great time all around.
Yeah, it really is that Flyers family feel, isn't it? We got we went out for a lovely meal last night. Today we're having a little walking tour of the city. It's great to get everyone together, all the members of the Flyers family, whether you're a sponsor, whether you're a fan, just come out here and watch Flyers on the road, right?
Yeah, the other thing that's been great is the fans usually try and pick the game we're going to, so we end up with a big group of us. I think in Poland we had more fans than the home team. Which was interesting. Last year was a bit more even. Today we'd no idea what atmosphere we're going to have. Could be like Croatia, could be like Estonia, who knows. But yeah, I think we've got about 20, 25 of us in total. So yeah, it's good to get fans, sponsors alike together, do something a bit different. Yeah, it's great.
You did a couple of these trips already. Like you said, you did Poland and we did Estonia last year. Have you got a favourite one out of the three so far? Or what's some of the ones that are maybe some of the partners' favourite ones so far?
I think Poland was great because it was the first time. And I think it's the first time we'd gone out, any of us, wasn't it, and to see us play away and to win as well. It just felt really big. I think they were fourth in the Polish league at the time or something, so it felt like a really big win. But then Estonia last year was great as well. Seeing us with a bit more crowd, so there was a bit more call and response. And I think today, obviously, probably the toughest team we've played on our trip. So hopefully we can go there and, if we win today, that would be massive and it would probably make this the best trip. But I think the Spa this time's added something different. That was something very cool that we haven't done anywhere else. So hopefully this one.
I'm going to ask a few people this question today, but any chance of a score prediction for today from yourself?
I think Flyers by 4.
Flyers by 4. Sam, what do you think?
I think it's going to be overtime, and Flyers are going to nip it by 2.
Oh, 5 by 2. I think.
What about you?
I think Flyers are going to win by 6. So everyone's very close here. Very, very close here.
Everyone's predicted the Flyers win. That's it.
Well, of course, we only predict Flyers wins on the Flyers podcast. Steve, thanks for your time. Great to chat to you. Sam, let's go see who else we can speak to.
We have managed to grab hold of a wonderful human being. His name is Max Southway, and he works for one of our wonderful partners at Fever Pitch. Hello, Max. Are you enjoying the trip so far?
I'm very much enjoying the trip so far.
What's been the best bit? What have you enjoyed?
Well, we went to the Spa yesterday. I'm assuming you guys have already spoken about that. That was very good, but yeah, it's nice, isn't it, Romania? Another beautiful city.
This is the third. Did you go to Poland?
No,
So this is your second Flyers trip?
Yeah, I've been to Tallinn last season, Romania this year. Long may the European away days rain. Yeah, it's good.
Now, Fever Pitch are one of our partners. What is it that you guys will do for the Bristol Flyers sort of throughout a season?
Yeah, I think, well, the partnership's gone on now for a few seasons. I think it starts with we design the kits, we do all the graphic design, videos, and media days. So yeah, I think just anything media related that we can support the club with, yeah, we do.
But that's them as a company, but Max actually has an affinity for the Flyers anyway. You come to nearly every game, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's kind of how my media career started. I remember being a young 17-year-old sitting courtside with Jolie, filming basketball games, and then yeah, probably 10 years later, I'm here now sitting in the stands, which is nice. You know, it's a good club, like not coming from basketball or playing basketball growing up, being exposed to it through filming, and now me and my partner come to every game being genuine fans. Yeah, so it's really nice.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, like, you talk about how your career started. Actually, the game of basketball, it does it for players, it does it for everyone. It takes them those different places in the world, and now you get the chance to look around Romania, which I probably thought wasn't on your bucket list.
No, that's what I was saying to my partner when we look at going to these trips. When else are we going to go to Romania? So, to any Flyers fan who wants to experience Flyers in a different capacity, but also get to travel around a little bit and go to these beautiful cities, I think it's a great thing, so I'd recommend it to anyone to do.
You've been following the Flyers a lot in EMBL this season. Obviously, we're 2-2 coming into today's game. What are your thoughts of the season in Europe so far for Flyers, or the season as a whole for Flyers so far? Not only just Europe, but SLB as well.
I think it's been a really exciting season. Like, genuinely, I'm watching some of the plays and thinking it's some of the best basketball we've played. Like, there's been real baskets like Will Yoakum sometimes. Like, you look at it and think, wow, like it seems like a really exciting team. So it should be a good game tonight, I imagine. Yeah.
We've got to ask everyone for predictions today on the podcast. What are your thoughts? CSA Voluntari, they have only lost one game. They're the defending EMBL champions. Can we give you a score prediction, please?
I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to come down to like the last minute, and Flyers, of course, are going to come out with a win.
Flyers with the win. Oh, by how many?
5 points.
5-point win for Max Southway.
Maxie, we really appreciate your time here. Now, as we've just been stood here having a conversation, I'm going to need to move this direction, Job, because guess who I think we've just bumped into? Cheers, Maxie. It's the wonderful Lasma.
Is it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Randomly, we have managed to bump into Lasma herself.
Lasma, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I was just passing you.
You need to
guys.
stand in the middle, okay?
Now, Lasma, we had Lasma on the Flyers podcast before. Lasma, you work for EMBL. We've introduced you to the Flyers panel in a previous episode. We just randomly run into you out in the middle of Romania.
No, well, we came here yesterday morning for the game, obviously, and we've been, sightseeing a little bit and enjoying the city since this is my first time being here. So it's been really awesome. And now I see you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's great to see you. Obviously, big game tonight for the Flyers. They're travelling to CSA Voluntari, defending EMBL champions. Interesting game on the cards, I feel.
Yes, I think it's going to be a very interesting game because there's also, I think, Voluntari. If I'm not mistaken, Voluntaris, if they get the win, then they're going to guarantee the place in playoffs. So you guys can make big surprises or big changes, and then we'll see. But I think it's going to be very, very close and good game, so we're really excited.
Now, we've had 5, I believe I'm right in saying the Flyers have had 5 away victories in a row. So do you think we can do it tonight?
I think I have to stay very neutral. I think this would be a correct answer. But no, like I have said before, we're just cheering for a really good, high quality and great basketball. So we'll go from there.
Obviously, Lasma, it's the Flyers' third season in the European North Basketball League now. How much of a great addition has it been having a team like Bristol from the United Kingdom come and join your league?
I think it's been really great, especially, how we started at the beginning, and then the first year was extremely successful for you guys with the playoffs and everything. And then we'll see what this year can bring, but I think it's really good. I think also because of you guys, we have, more additions from UK and everything, so we're just happy to have you guys, so it's really good.
I think a lot of fans don't know like sort of the ins and outs, but when we started with you 3 years ago, I believe there were 2 groups with 14 teams, so 7 in each group. Is that right?
Yes.
And now we're with 3 groups with 8 in each one.
Yes. So it's 9, 9, and 8. So we had 26 teams, and we're aiming next year for 27, and that's looking like the top at this point for maybe the next few years, but we'll see. But yes, we're kind of close to the maximum, I think, at this point. But yes, so it's gonna be interesting. So every year it's a little bit more teams, but that just means more quality basketball, more work, obviously, for all of us, more games, more traveling. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. It is good already. So.
Well, we wouldn't have it any other way. Lasma, we'll leave you to it. We've just had some, we've got some drummers and some bears coming up to us, and now it's all happening today.
It's a bit crazy here. It's a bit crazy, but we're really enjoying, and the weather is actually really nice, and a lot of Christmas decorations, and good basketball today, so it's going to be a good game.
Well, Lasma, thank you for joining us. We will see you at the game tonight.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Jolie, we've gone and done it, haven't we? We decided to go on the old Ferris wheel.
Yeah, we're at the Christmas markets. It is very cold today, isn't it?
It is very, very cold. Over here we have the Parliamentary Building, which is very, very impressive.
But while we're on the Ferris wheel, we thought it would be good to give you a little rundown of everything you need to know about our opponents today, CSA Voluntari from Romania. So, CSA Voluntari, Sam, did you know they are the reigning EMBL champions?
I did know that. Who did they beat? They beat Newcastle in the final.
They did. They beat Newcastle Eagles in the final last year. The year before that, they made the final. They lost.
Who did they lose to?
Backen Bears, who ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they were in our group as well. This year, so far, in the EMBL, they've had a strong start. They beat Fillingen Lions from Norway. They then played KK Alcacinj from Croatia. They played them here in Romania. They won 92-72. They also travelled to Kaffenberg Bulls in Austria.
Yeah.
They ran out 5-point winners against the Kaffenberg Bulls. We won by more than that, I believe.
I think you've got to remember, teams like this usually have a bunch of guys who've been together a long time. Probably not as many as Americans as we've got. Is that fair?
I believe so, yeah. So I've been looking at the roster. There's a couple of guys to look out for. One of them is Mike Caffey. He was the finals MVP for them last year. He was part of the team that helped them win the EMBL last season.
Yeah.
Another one to watch out for is Solomon Young. He's a fifth-year pro out of Iowa State University.
He's a big guy.
He's a power forward.
I think this is the strongest team we've had since being in the EMBL. I don't know if you agree with me.
Yeah, I think if you look at our roster, we are playing some very good team basketball. And a couple of losses in recent weeks to Manchester and London coming in. Also, you have to remember, Voluntari, they are coming into this game having lost their last EMBL game. They lost to Valmiera Glass. They lost away from home 81 points to 77. They're also in our group. We played Valmiera Glass away in January as well. So these two upcoming games could be crucial when it comes to qualification for the playoffs. As Lasma said earlier, when we spoke to her, Voluntari can clinch playoffs today if they get a win over the Flyers. So they will be playing for playoff qualification, which puts even more pressure on them today. We're actually right at the top right now of the Ferris wheel, just gone past the top. And you can see behind us some of the streets down below. Incredible views over Bucharest. Do you want to hear a couple of Bucharest facts for you, Oscar, up here on the Ferris wheel?
Let's do it.
Did you know Bucharest is home to the second largest administrative building in the world? The Palace of Parliament is second only to the Pentagon, and it's so massive that it even has its own nuclear bunker.
Which I think we can see. The entrance to.
Yeah, that is the nuclear bunker right there below. And this is the Bucharest Palace, but there you go. You can see it there for the YouTube watchers. Look at that. Incredible. Also, did you know Bucharest is sometimes called Little Paris? In the early 20th century, its architecture and cafe culture was heavily inspired by Paris.
Well, did you notice yesterday as we were driving away from the spa that there was almost like a small Arc de Triomphe?
5.5 hours till tip-off. We're just reaching the bottom here of the Ferris wheel at the Christmas markets. Without further ado, Sam, I think it's time we head to the game. What do you reckon?
It's time for the new game!
Let's get to it. We'll see you at the game.
This is the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Right, we've made it here to the arena, the Sala Gabriela Sabo, which is the name of CSO Voluntari's home court. Interesting home court here, by the way, because you've got a small, basketball court here, but if you actually look behind you, it like continues like all the way down to the end where there is athletics tracks.
More seating up there. I reckon there's some gymnastics going on. There's a whole gym there. It even looks like the halftime sort of refreshments are going to be in that little middle section there. So
a little fun fact for you, CSO Voluntari are also part of a sporting group like ourselves, so they have multiple sports going on here. The lads are out here warming up ahead of tonight's game. It is a 7 p.m. tip-off here, 5 p.m. tip-off back home. Tip-off, like we say, just under an hour away, so let's go and see who we can chat to. What do you think?
yeah, looking forward to it, mate. Well, look who we found here, the absolute legends, the people, massive podcast watchers and listeners. We have Tim and Rebecca, long-time Flyers fans, and this is what, your third trip now?
Yeah, my second, Tim's third.
My third trip, absolutely, yes.
How does this one stack up compared to the other ones we've done so far?
In terms of what? I mean, general excitement, massive build-up, great fan base, amazing place to visit, great food.
But it's a great place. What a lovely city, lovely hotel, lovely people, lovely food and drink. It's been fantastic so far, it really has. And it promises to be a great game.
We have to talk about your involvement with the Flyers as well, because the both of you have been very long-term sponsors of the Flyers. How long does that go back until?
Ooh, I reckon well over 10 years.
It's exactly 10 years. I think we sponsored when I was at Integral, and we were front of shirt sponsors.
Yeah.
And then we moved on from there. Then we sponsored ourselves, individual players and various games and that kind of thing. And the relationships carried on through that whole time. It's been absolutely great. 10 years, I think. Yeah. An
14,
anniversary.
15th season, yeah.
And how great is it also to be able to come out on trips like this to not only watch the team in action, but to network with other Flyers partners that have made the trip out here as well?
It's so nice, you know. It kind of builds the whole community feel, and to get to know people much better as well. It's just great. It's really lovely. I mean, I don't know whether I'm always in tears at games anyway, because I just love it so much. But it's great to come out, isn't it? It's amazing.
It's a great community. Everybody that supports Flyers, well, certainly that we've met, lovely people, great people, and to get the group that's out here with us, such great fun. It really is fantastic to be a part of it, and thank you so much for organising. Well, thank you to Steve for organising it. He's put a great deal of work into it. He really has organised everything for us, from the meals to what hotels. It's been great.
I think I saw you guys at breakfast this morning wearing the warm-up top, is that right? With Tim and Rebecca on the back?
Yes.
It's here, I've got it on.
You've got it on, let's have a look. Here we go, there it is, on the back of the warm-up top. And you also had a Thomas Bell jersey from years ago, right?
Yes, yeah, that's right. I've actually brought 3 jerseys with me. I've got this singlet, I've got Thomas Bell singlet, and I've also got a very ancient training top that I'm going to wear tomorrow on the flight on the way back. Wow. So, yeah.
We've been getting everyone's predictions for today's game. What do you reckon tonight's score is going to be?
Flyers win by 3.
Flyers win by 5.
Watch this space. Flyers win by 3 or 5.
Hello, Sue. How are you?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Are you having a nice trip so far?
Excellent.
Now, this may be confusing for some of you lot, but Sue's been involved for many, many, many years now. Now, often as Subway Sue, because Sue used to own a lot of Subways around the area, but eventually you've got rid of them all, haven't you?
I'm Subway free.
And so now Sue wants to sponsor Owen, because she loves Owen so much, as we all do. So you'll see on the back of his shirt, all it says
It's Sue.
is Sue on its own. So actually, we've got some iterations.
It's embarrassing.
What's embarrassing?
For Owen, because everybody says, why have you got Sue on the back of your shirt?
Yeah, but
he has to explain the whole story.
But what I think's lovely.
Why is it so big?
Well, it's because it's great. It's because you're so important to us, Sue.
Oh, right.
The thing is, what's great about it is, obviously you've been a sponsor for a while, but you've stopped being a Subway sponsor, but now it's just you on your own. So if you have a look, Subway Sue right there. And she got rid of that, but still wants to be involved with the Flyers. You love it that much, is that right?
I love the Flyers.
When did you first get involved with the Flyers, Sue?
About 13 or 14 years ago, when they were in the schools, and I met up with Andreas. Long time ago, and I used to bring them sandwiches and cookies, and we would have Healthy Heart program with the kids talking about tomatoes and cucumbers. And the boys would play basketball for an hour, and we'd talk about healthy eating for an hour.
Really quick.
It evolved since then.
It's such a, really quickly, before we carry on, can you just turn around and you can see Sue on the back of the shirt? As part of your sponsorship, you actually went out for dinner with Owen and with Joe the other day. How was that?
That was great. Yeah, we had a nice big steak, gave them vegetables, protein, make sure they had starters and dessert, fed them up.
You have been such an important part for so long. We really appreciate everything you've done, and we're just so glad to have you here on the trip.
Yeah, I love it. This gets better every year though, doesn't it?
Oh, that's so nice. Now what we're doing of all the people is we're doing a quick score prediction for what we think the result's going to be.
Well, we're going to win by 6. Right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be 70-something. It's a tough game.
Okay, good. Everyone's saying like less than 10 or win by less than 10. I think it's exciting.
It will be exciting.
Okay, well, appreciate you, Sue, and we'll catch up with you later on, I'm sure, but thank you so much.
Okay, go Flyers!
Right, we are joined by Flyers fans. Steve and Janet have made the way all the way from Bristol to come out here and support the Flyers in Europe tonight. You've even brought your little chucker duck with you as well.
Duck. Steve's chucker duck. Steve is totally responsible for Chuck.
Is that the name of it? Chuck?
Chuck,
this duck.
Have you both enjoyed your trip to Romania so far?
So far?
Yeah, it's been very interesting. Very, yeah, it's been a good trip.
I have to also say, where is it? I did see an Ian Beale mask, a paper face mask. Sam's gone to go get it. They brought with them an Ian Beale paper face mask. In honour of tonight's Ian Beale game day, Sam's only gone and got the Ian Beale mask on as well. Amazing. What are you made of the season for Bristol Flyers this year?
So we started off really, really well. The schedule worries me because it's going to be so busy in January. London Lions, these guys won it last year, runners up the year before. Tonight is going to be a real test. And hopefully we can win and maybe progress in an Ian Beale competition.
And Janet, you've been up and down all over Europe, really, with the Flyers. You've been to so many away trips now.
This is the 3rd one this season, so hopefully 4 coming up, Latvia in January. So, yeah.
What's been your favourite Ian Beale away day across the last 3 years, would you say?
Tallinn.
Really? Tallinn?
Tallinn, yeah, loved Tallinn, absolutely loved it. This is good, but Tallinn was the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what we're doing for everyone today, we're speaking to everyone and we're asking them to give us a score prediction for tonight's game. Now, if I had to put you both on the spot, what are you saying? Who's going to come out on top and by how much?
Flyers 2 points, 78-80 to Flyers.
78-80 to the Flyers. Who's leading scorer?
You got me there. Zach Anderson.
Zach Anderson leading scorer. What about you, Janet?
I'm going to go Cam first leading scorer, and I just think there's going to be 1 point in it, and I'm going to go 73-74 to Flyer, but I think it'll be 1 point in it. That's what I think.
Well, you've heard it here first. Tip-off is just over half an hour away. Sam, I think there's still a little bit more time to maybe go and speak to some fans. What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do it, boy.
Right, just over half an hour to go until tip-off. We're now joined by Flyers superfan Tash Puddy. Tash, you've made the trip all the way out here to Estonia, but it's not your first EMBL road trip, is it?
No, this one is my second this season. Third altogether.
Which other trip did you go on?
Croatia.
And how does that compare to this trip here so far?
So far, very different. Croatia was wild. There's definitely not as many fans here at all compared to the ultras alone at Croatia. But we're going to get there. We're going to be as loud as they were in Croatia.
We heard all about the Croatia trip from Zach Anderson when we had him on the podcast earlier this season. Yeah. He mentioned about the hostile crowd that was out there. What was it like for you as a fan to be in that environment?
Personally, I actually thought it was great. It was a great atmosphere. However, when we were told not to speak English and we were going to be escorted around everywhere, it was a little bit scary.
What was the other trip you went on?
Poland, a couple of years ago.
Tash, tell us about how long you've been a fan of the Flyers then, because you've been to a lot of European away days, you've been to lots of SLB, BBL game days as well. How long have you been a Flyers fan for?
So I think this is my 7th season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quite a while.
And what would you say has been your highlight of being a Flyers fan over those years?
I think the last year's final was good. Yeah, I think last year's final was up there.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but being there was great.
It's always a good fun day out, those big finals, isn't it, when you get all the fans together like that.
It's all in one colour, everyone's together, it's great.
Tash is so committed. She comes with her friends, but they live all the way in lovely Bridgewater.
Yep.
Which is such a trek to come all the way up to the edge.
Home games are actually an hour away.
That is amazing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true commitment at its finest. Tash, one thing we've got to do before we let you go, we need to get a score prediction from you. Obviously, big game today. Voluntari, they've lost only one EMBL game all season. What's your prediction for tonight's game?
89 Flyers, 85 Romania. Go for the win.
The whole of Romania. That is a bold prediction. That is a bold prediction from Tash Buddy right there. Teams are introduced here at the court at CSO Voluntari. We are literally under 3 minutes away until tip-off. Final thoughts ahead of this one then, Sam. A very tough test ahead.
I just want to see us put together a decent game. They're a really good team. There's no guarantees in basketball. I just hope we turn up in the way we know how.
Let's go, Flyers!
This is the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
That's it for the end of the first quarter. Bristol Flyers trailing Voluntari 27 points to 31. Sam, I think the difference maker so far has just been some of the Flyers' turnovers and transition points for them, right?
Yeah, I'd say, not only that, it's been a few turnovers, but I'd say their percentage of shots when they're down in the dumps, they've got maybe a second left. They've hit 3 now that have almost beaten a buzzer. 11 for number 5, Caffey, which is what we talked about being the danger man, didn't we? So There we go.
Zach Anderson leading the way for Flyers with 8 first quarter points. Who else have we got here? JB with 5 points off the bench. I think he's been a really good energy spark on the bench, hasn't he?
Well, he came on, hit his first 3, then hit a nice pull-up jumper for 2. So 27 points in the first quarter, I would take big time, as would you as well, I imagine.
I think it's the 31 points on the defensive end at the other end that I'm sure Coach K is probably chatting to them in that huddle about right now. But yeah, strong start for the Flyers. We'll catch up again at half-time.
Caffey now driving to the lane, puts it up and over Brody.
And that's 18 points now for Caffey.
Oh, and then given away and right on the buzzer, laid in. Following the steal by Solomon Young and a quick double blow at the end of the half from Voluntari.
We're at half-time. Flyers are trailing 54-44 against CSO Voluntari.
Well, we actually went ahead in that quarter. We were winning by 1 at one point, I think.
Yeah.
And down by 10 versus down by 6 from the last few minutes is a bit of a. We're gonna have to fight hard to come back now. A couple of runs.
Well, a couple of key stats for you at the half-time break. Zach Anderson, 10 points. Milos Duglic, 11 points off the bench. I really like what he's bringing so far to the game. Again, it's just turnovers. You look at the numbers. I mean, Flyers, they had 10 turnovers, 12 points off those turnovers for CSO Voluntari. That's the difference maker there. 12 points off turnovers, that's a 10-point game. But, as I said, there's still time for it to come back, so watch this space. Second half is on the way. It'll get underway in just over 2 minutes' time. Can the Flyers make a comeback, Sam? What do you reckon?
I reckon they can do it. Just going to need to keep their heads level, don't rush anything, take good high percentage shots, and we'll see it happen.
Third quarter is coming up.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Well, it stretched out to a 17-point game in that third quarter. Not the start that the Flyers would have wanted in that third period. I think it was a 14-2 run, I think it was, to start the third quarter. Milos Duglic as well, by the way, has been playing great in this game. 15 points off the bench now he's up to. Zach Anderson on 12. It would take a lot for Flyers to come back and win this one. We've seen your counterpart over there, Sam, their announcer here at CSO Voluntari. You've had a chance to weigh up some of the opposition. What are you thinking?
He's tall. He's like 9 foot tall, Jolie. He can kick my butt. I'll tell you that for free.
Fourth quarter action is coming up. Let's see if Flyers can work their way back into this one.
Bring Voluntari up to 99. Last play of the game, that a heave from distance is no good from JB. And the Flyers, despite a valiant effort on the road here in Romania, come up short against the reigning EMBL champions, who secure their playoff place with a 99-85 win at home.
This is the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
We are, I think, 12 hours removed now from the post-game from yesterday, what you just heard. And that's going to be it for this segment of the Bucharest podcast.
I'd say right now, unbelievable trip. Really, really good time to, hang out with fans, players, sponsors, whatever. It was a really, really good time, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a massive thank you to all of our partners that came on the sponsors trip. And if you want to find out more about the sponsors trips in future, for future EMBL seasons perhaps, get in touch with Steve Devereaux and let him know you're interested, and he'll be able to let you know all the details as the fixtures come out for next season. But super exciting. Highlight of the trip, Sam?
I'd say probably, I don't know, it was I really like going around the Old Town. That was really cool. Obviously the game is the game and that's always enjoyable, but we know that's going to be there. We know it's going to be a good time. But I think going around the Old Town and eat, the amount of food we ate was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the Christmas markets as well, for me, I think was one of my favourite parts, because it's not often you get to come somewhere like this at Christmas, and it just looks really nice, all lit up, all the lights, everything. That's fantastic. But I think we are going to throw back to our future selves in the studio. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so with a bit of podcast magic, here is our future selves back in Bristol, back in the studio. 1, 2, 3.
This is the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Well, there we go. And before you know it, we're back here in the studio recording the top and the tail of the show. What do you think, Dan? That was a good little package, right?
I mean, I haven't watched it yet, so I have no idea, but I'm sure it was lovely knowing you and your editing
Well,
skills.
see, this is the funny bit where you are literally giving me the footage to edit today.
Yeah.
So I've not, at the time of recording this, I've not seen the edit either. But obviously, we know what we recorded, and there was some good content in there, I thought.
Yeah, lovely. My favourite bit was on the Ferris wheel together.
Oh, that was cute, wasn't it? I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really cool how we just ran into Lasmo in the middle of the street like that. What are the odds?
Well, I bet the odds are very low. Actually, Joel, it was very weird. Although we did then bump into it 2 more times before. So at the Christmas market and, then the game. That makes more sense, I suppose.
Yeah. And also, great to speak to some of our partners as well, like Sue and Tim and Rebecca, even Max from our partners at Fever Pitch as well. So really great to hear some insight, and also speak to some of the fans who I know made that long trip out there, and they do this regularly throughout the season. It's not just this trip that they come out to. They go out to watch Flyers. I mean, they went out to Croatia, for example, to watch Flyers in front of 750 raging fans in Sinj. So, massive shout out to you and to all our partners. You are what makes Bristol Flyers so special. And if you're interested in perhaps getting involved with Flyers or wanting to come on a future sponsors trip, you can reach out to Steve Devereaux, who you met earlier, or you obviously would know already, but we spoke to him earlier in the package. Reach out to him. He'll give you all the info you need. We usually sort of start planning it once the fixtures come out for EMBL. So watch this space. For the last time this year, let's get to the news!
This is the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Right. First of all, I think we should dive into this voluntary game a little bit more, because it was a tasty game. And again, these are the kind of games that test us as a team. Going against the EMBL champions, a really good learning curve for us that we can only make us stronger as the SLB season rolls on, right?
Yeah, I mean, really good game, firstly. There were some good moments by both teams. It was really frustrating. They, I reckon, if you watched it, you'll know this, but on at least 4 or 5 occasions, they hit a really tough shot right at the end of the shot clock, which was a bit of a dagger, wasn't it? And that was that at moments where actually if they hadn't scored, it would have been really key for us to come and potentially bring it back a little bit at the other end. It was really frustrating, wasn't it, being there?
I think there were 2 key runs in this game that created separation. There was the little run towards the back ends of the first half.
Yeah.
So there's a Flyers turnover, they score. We turn it over on the inbound, they score again. And what was once like a 5-point, 4-point lead, you look up at half time, it's 10.
Yeah.
And you go into the locker room, a 4-point deficit at half time is fine. You're great. 10 points, you need to come out of the second half, and you need to go on a run at some point. The second key run was the start of the third quarter, where they hit a couple of threes, and it's one of those ones where that's the key moment, because if it's us that hit the couple of threes, it's back to a 2-possession game. If it's them, suddenly it's a 16-point game, and that's what happened. They stretched out to 16. I think it was
17.
It got up to 20 at one point. I
didn't.
And really, that's where you've got a hole to dig yourself out of. Now, we did go on a run in that second half, cut it down to, I think it was 8 or 7 at one point. And we were really, found, I think our offense was really clicking as that game rolled on. I just think it was a bit too much to come back from in the end. I thought Mike Caffey was incredible at the point guard position, 23 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And obviously Solomon Young as well, 20 points, 10 rebounds. He was our one to watch coming into the game as well.
And also, I don't know his name, but Alex Caruso, out there.
Justice
hit some disgusting long threes from miles out, didn't
Cody
he?
Justice compared back-to-back threes in the second quarter to go on that run. Fadeaways coming off screens as well. Very, very difficult indeed.
Did you have a favourite moment from any of our guys? I know one for me.
I tell you what, I was really impressed with Milos Duglic's game.
Unreal game.
20 points, 8 for 10 shooting, attacking the rim. Like, this is exactly the Milos Duglic that we want to see now going into the rest of the season. And again, it's a confidence thing. I think he's really built his confidence as the season's rolled on. He had a great game out there. By far his best game in a Bristol Flyers uniform so far. 20 points off the bench, as we said. 8 for 10 from the field. Had 4 rebounds as well. A very solid performance from him. Also, I thought JB was great as well. 15 points off the bench too.
Well, I was going to say there was that moment down our end where he came up, and you know how athletic he is. He took off, and a guy came up to him and he did this little not windmill, but like wrap around layup.
Like Jordan.
Yeah, it was, and I was watching. It was so good.
Yeah,
I was loving
great.
that.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Leading scorers in this game, obviously, Milos Duglic had 20 points, as you mentioned. Will Joachim, a quiet 15 points for him. A lot of his points coming in the second half, particularly from the corner three ball, by the way. He had a couple of corner three balls, really sparked that Flyers run to threaten that comeback in the second half. And then obviously JB, as you mentioned, 15 points off the bench. Zach Anderson with 12. A couple of big threes to start that game as well from him was great to see. It means the Flyers drop to 2-3 in the ENBL. Obviously, our next ENBL game is on January 7th when the Fillingen Lions from Norway visit the Wise campus. Now, this will be a great game. It's 8 p.m. tip-off. If you haven't got your tickets yet, get your tickets right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. There are a bunch of games you can get your tickets for right now early in the new year. So make sure you head to the website to snap yours up now. Other bit of news to get to. Obviously, the Flyers, we mentioned it in the package there, but obviously now the Flyers have qualified for the semi-finals of the SLB Trophy, where we will be meeting, once again, the London Lions.
What?
In terms of trophy semi-final matchups, this could be one of the tastiest matchups we've seen all season. Across 2 legs, aggregate score. You love aggregate score, Sam, don't lie.
I don't mind. The thing is, the home leg is actually on the Sunday, the 4th of January. So we will have already had the home leg. I think it's on the 2nd, isn't it? The Friday.
Yes, that's right.
So we will then know the score that we have to go in with and go from there. So I think it'll be fine, Jolly.
Yeah, so for context for the listener, the Flyers finished as the best group stage runner-up and as a result faced the Group 3 winners because of the draw. London Lions in a 2-legged series. The 2 legs take place on the following dates. The away leg at the Copper Box Arena is Friday, January 2nd for a 7:30 p.m. tip-off. Tickets for that are available at the London Lions website. The home leg, Sunday, January 4th, 3 p.m. tip-off at the SGS Wise campus. The winner on aggregate will advance to the SLB Trophy Final on Sunday, February 1st at the Utilita Arena in Birmingham. Bristol Flyers have unfinished business in Birmingham. We want to get back there to the big stage in Birmingham. We need all your support. Come down, make some noise for the boys, and let's bring it home.
Who's in the other semi-final, Jolie?
It is Newcastle Eagles versus Cheshire Phoenix.
Ooh, that'll be a tasty one as well, won't it?
It's really tasty. I can't call it, to be honest with you.
I can. Newcastle. No, I have no idea.
We'll see. We will see. But make sure you get your tickets for our home semi-final leg right now. And finally, I have to give a massive shout out to everyone at the Bristol Flyers and our partners at MPW Group, who have really helped us raise some vital funds for Children's Hospice Southwest this festive season. Now, the players went down to visit the kids at Children's Hospice Southwest. At the time of recording this podcast, we'll have a video dropping on Christmas week of their visit as well, where we highlight the work that's being done there. Incredible facility. I've never visited personally until we went down for that trip. Really eye-opening. It puts everything into perspective. And the players were amazing down there. They went down to shoot hoops with the kids and play some music, play some songs. Cam Holden did karaoke with them. It was a really, really great day. And on this past Friday's game at Caledonia against Caledonia Gladiators at home, that was our fundraising game. Now, look out on the Bristol Flyers socials. We'll announce how much total money was raised. There's a couple of big fundraisers. So MPW Group, they have asked for the money raised from Flush a Duck, which usually goes to Bristol Flyers community, to go to Children's Hospice Southwest, which is incredible because Flush a Duck does amazing numbers every single week. The kids love it. Also, MPW Group have pledged for every point that we scored in that game against Caledonia on Friday, they would donate £10.
Yep.
So let's hope that the Flyers ranked, and again, we're recording this on game day, so we don't know how many points the Flyers finished with on game day, but let's hope that the Flyers racked up another 100 points on Caledonia Gladiators, and a further £1,000 is getting donated courtesy of MPW Group. So amazing. So massive thank you to everyone, our partners at MPW Group. Massive thank you to all the Flyers fans that got involved with our Flush a Duck on Friday night. And a big donation is on the way to Children's Hospice Southwest. And that's it for this week's news.
This is the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Right, Sam, that's it for the news, and that's it for the podcast for probably will be 2025 in the books.
It definitely will be.
You're like, I'm not coming in on Christmas.
No, not on Christmas.
I'm not coming in before the new year to do another podcast with you.
I've got 9 days now before my next game, and I need to look after myself. Isn't that right, Dan?
Yeah, you guys look after yourselves, okay?
We are going to take some well-earned time off before Christmas, before the games rack up in January. We want to wish all our Flyers fans a very happy Christmas, however you're spending it with. Massive thank you to all your support this year, 2025. It's been a year of ups, it's been a year of downs, but your support has been with us every step of the way. So I want to say a massive thank you to you for supporting the team. A massive thank you to everyone for listening to the podcast as always this year. Our numbers every single week are going up and up, and you're sharing the amount you're sharing the show with your friends, your family, members of the Flyers family, maybe someone who's new to basketball who wants to get involved, wants to learn more about our sport, learn more about our players. We really appreciate your support as well. So make sure you keep commenting and subscribing. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you listen to the podcast feed, give us a rating and a review. It really helps us grow up the podcast charts. Sam, anything else you would like to add before we wrap up this week's show?
No, I just hope you have a lovely Christmas, Jolie.
Yeah, have a great Christmas, everyone. We'll be back in the new year for a brand new episode of the Bristol Flyers podcast. We'll have new guests coming into the studio as well. We've got loads of players to interview before the end of the season. But all that's left for us to say is from everyone at Bristol Flyers Basketball Club, we hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.